I'm going to talk very briefly today about a very simple intervention in a series of streetscapes, public spaces across Auckland. These are an incredibly low-cost intervention, which was really seeking around trying to slow people down, trying to foster a degree of inquiry and ultimately be a catalyst for conversation. They are a series of markers. The original request we had was to mark Auckland's historic foreshore, the green line there, the old original foreshore line. And where we looked to undertake these interventions were across 3 projects, a while back in 2010 through the Fort Street area, Waitara Plaza, and planned but not yet realised on Albert Street. In looking at our response to the request, which was around marking the foreshore, and the expectation was for a wiggly line down the street, we thought about our response quite a bit and how that foreshore line really intersected with the city spaces, and how easily it should be recognised or should be recognised. And we opted for a degree of abstraction, but a degree of abstraction that could prompt an element of intrigue, but also sort of retain a decipherable relationship between the markers and the foreshore, so a relationship that could form a story to be told. The markers themselves have taken the form of a simple dot, a dot that can be realised in varying arrangements, both to evoke the tidal ebb and flow, I guess more the character of the foreshore rather than its line, but also a form that could be realised in different spaces and different arrangements to relate to their current urban context. And the result is really it's a series of incidental markers that add to the layering of the various spaces. They're the sort of things that kids will discover, or others, and hopefully all of us with more curious minds. They have another aspect to them to sort of build on that intrigue. The markers themselves, which are simply a ground depression in the paving, they capture water. They seek to retain that memory of water in the space, a more evocative marker, if you like. An example here of those incidental markers, this is them in place in Fort Street. And here, I guess we had the sort of the pleasure, I suppose, of measuring a degree of success in that intrigue, even if it was with the what are those things questions. This was a very open construction site, so during construction, the businesses would come out, people would look in, and we did start to get these queries about what are those things, and it was the beginning of a conversation about what had been on the site before, in the foreshore. I guess we hope that conversation is still happening, albeit not with us. Located in places where multiple chances, I guess, to encounter whether you're walking down the footpath, that person is actually looking at them, I promise. I waited there for about 5 minutes. Locating them near other dwelling and pausing opportunities, obviously sort of near seats and the like, so trying to maximise that potential that these things will be recognised, people will query, and they'll ask the question, maybe they'll ask the question of the person on the bench opposite, what are those things, and they'll learn something. Down here, opposite Victoria Park, this is more of a nodal space, so the form changed into a more block pattern. And then the changing nature of them, again, something to, you see it in a different way every day as you walk past, and that starts to sort of stimulate your mind, and you're thinking, hopefully slowing you down and making you think about your city and your space. These are the drying out, and ultimately you slow right down, and you look hard enough, you'll probably find a little bit of a description that helps you out as to what are those dots. And that's me.